Hello, good evening. Through this lecture or by this video, we may understand how microwave signals are generated or how they are amplified. In conventional system, microwave signals or signal frequency at microwave range cannot be simply amplified or through conventional transistor or conventional amplifier. They are not generated by conventional oscillators. Therefore, some different type of devices required to amplify or to generate the microwave signal. There are some many types of devices or tubes used to generate or amplify the microwave signal. Some of them are called klystron, maybe oscillator or generator. It is again classified into two parts: klystron oscillator, or simply two cavity reflex klystron, and two cavity klystron or multi cavity klystron. Traveling wave tube, that is another type, another way known TWT. And last one is what are the biological effects of microwave. Okay, so proceed with two cavity klystron. In two cavity klystron is simply vacuum tube through which we can generate or amplify the power at microwave frequency. As see in figure or diagram, it is consist of two cavity, one cathode and one collector or anode, and these two cavity are called by buncher cavity or catcher cavity and separated with a space called drift space. Okay, and you may see the placement of this cavities and cathodes collector. It is on diagram. Through a supply, cathode is heated by heater and electron beam are generated to and passes through buncher cavity and catcher cavity to collector where it is terminated. According to the buncher cavity, supply may be positive, negative. If you consider sinusoidal wave, that is positive half, negative half, and neutral position. If electron passes through positive half, then they are accelerated toward positive polarity, and move faster than their natural speed. At neutral point, no effect of any buncher cavity signal on electron beam and moves constant speed. And in the negative cycle of the sinusoidal wave in the buncher cavity, it is retarded the velocity of electron passes through the gap. So we may understand that the whole electron generated by the cathodes are categorized into three parts. First one is accelerated, second one is not affected, and third one is retarded. So if any electron passes so earlier, it is collected or overtaken by the faster electron. So there is a bunch is created. Reference and another one is the no affected electron. It is also moving constant speed, and collected one is or bunches with some other electrons, and retarded one is another. So there is a bunching created in the drift space, and this process is called velocity modulation. So through velocity modulation, we may understand that the two cavity klystron work as an amplifier. These bunches are passes through the catcher cavity where it is, releases their energy through the catcher cavity, and the signal which is supplied to the buncher cavity is collected in the amplified form from the catcher cavity. So in this way, microwave are amplified by the two cavity klystron. If we want more powerful amplification, then multiple buncher cavity is recommended. These are the internal structure. This is the internal structure, how a cavity or a electron heater and other things are placed and how supply is connected. You may look at this very in detail. Cathode, a buncher RF input, that is called buncher cavity, RF output, that is called catcher cavity. This is electron passes through this anode and some other things. Okay, this is the simple amplification. Two cavity klystron is mostly used in the UHF TV transmitter range, or troposcatter transmission, satellite communication, radar transmitter, and its power, if we used it as a oscillator, so its power output is 5 to 50 gigahertz. And if we want more higher range of frequency or high power, we recommend for reflex klystron. So our next topic is reflex klystron. Reflex klystron basically used as a microwave source in laboratory applications where is no high power is requirement. This klystron is consist of single cavity, which is called buncher cavity and resonant cavity, and then cathode and repeller. In two cavity klystron there is a anode and cathode, but in the reflex klystron there is a cathode and another one is repeller. Repeller is a positive negative polarity port. So when electron is passes through this cavity from cathode to repeller, it is reflected back to the resonant cavity. If positive supply means accelerated electron move toward a repeller, it deeply penetrate to the repeller and revert back or reflected back, and natural position is another reflected back with some earlier space, and neutralized or retarded electrons are reflected by much earlier. So there is a 3 point where electrons is reflected back to the resonant cavity, and an oscillation is generated in the supply. We may see that there is a variable resistor power supply between resonant cavity and repeller and some another point. These are some performance characteristics: 4 to 200 gigahertz, power output 1 milliwatt to 2.5 milliwatt, theoretical efficiency 22.78%, practical efficiency 10 to 20%, anti-tunable range 5 gigahertz to 2 watt, 30 gigahertz, 10 milliwatt. So we may see that at lower frequency power output is high, and higher frequency power output is decreased continuously. Application, as you know, we see in the two cavity klystron application high radiator, and reflex klystron is mostly used in laboratory. So its application in radar receiver, local oscillator, microwave receiver, signal source in microwave generator or variable frequency portable microwave link, pump oscillator, and parametric amplifier. Thank you.